Face covers and face masks are becoming the new normal, not only for your protection, but for your loved ones as well. But let's talk about having the right kind of face mask. Joining us here via Zoom this morning is Dr. Mary Clifton. She is an internal medicine doctor from New York City and a member of the advisory board for Boomer Naturals. And we're going to talk about Boomer Naturals in just a moment. But first of all, thank you so much for being a part of Sonoran Living, Dr. Clifton.
Oh, thank you, Terry.
Let's talk about why it's important to wear a face mask. Everybody wants to know, why do I have to wear one?
Well, it's all about respiratory droplets and speed. If someone is talking to you face to face, it'll take just a few minutes to make you sick with the virus if they have it. And if somebody were to sneeze in a large room, the velocity behind that sneeze will actually make it possible to infect the entire room in just 12 minutes. So protecting yourself from everyone else's secretions, a very good idea.
Okay, you've sold me. Let's talk about the right kind of mask. We hear a lot of talk about N95. Is that what we're supposed to be wearing?
Well, the N95 does provide excellent protection. Upwards of 99% of particles are filtered, but it's very hard to talk and breathe through. And oftentimes, if there's a little gap, if it's not professionally fitted, some air can whoosh along the edge, and then it becomes quite ineffective. So what we'd like to do is find a mask that follows the WHO guidelines, the American Chemicals Guidelines, for having 3 layers of comfy fabric that is tightly woven, preferably with a built-in filter. And that's why the Boomer mask is so wonderful. It has an outside polycotton layer so that in case if you walk into any moisture, it acts as a bit of an anti-moisture wick. And the inner layer has the nano silver technology infused right in it. So it acts like sort of a built-in filter.
Oh. Wow. Okay, that is really good information. Let's talk about the fit, because every mask is a little bit different, and it's important to note that masks for children, that's kind of a challenge as well. So how do we work around that?
Little masks for the littles, and they have extra large masks for some people who have a more prominent jawline. The mask you can just fit through with the ear loops, and then I rely on my facial structures on the cheekbone and jaw to hold the mask against, and then I just check in the mirror. You can see that when I breathe in, I'm breathing through the air filter on this mask, and because it's large enough covering my face, this face covering prevents any of those gaps from letting the air through the gaps. And then when I get home, it's easy to just remove it, wash it in warm soapy water, because the soap immediately breaks up the walls of the virus, and then you're all set to hang it to dry for when you need it next.
Well, and I didn't realize that. I think a lot of people wonder what hand washing it, that is effective, right? That is a good enough cleanse to wash.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of discussion about ovens or ultraviolet, but soap and water and hanging to dry is very effective. It's important to have that 3 plies of fabric, because we've been able to swab the inside of a 1-ply mask and find the virus on the other side, because as the mask gets moisturized, it's easy for the virus to cross through. So make sure you have a 3-ply mask with a built-in filter for the best safety.
Okay, and then one quick question. I've always wondered about the wire, that kind of goes across the top. Is that important to compress it down and make it fit, or?
That may help, but I think sometimes when the mask is high enough, then it holds up close to your face enough through here that the gapping really isn't significant. Okay. So you just have to see how it fits on your face. I like it when a mask makes space for the nose and mouth when you're wearing it, so that it isn't tight against your face, and that gapping is not an issue.
Okay, and then one more quick question, because I have so many. How often should we wash them?
Oh, you can wash them every day. I just keep a stack by the front door, and then I have one on the top that's always clean, and I always have 1 or 2 on one of the cupboard knobs drying, waiting for the next time for use. These can be washed up to 30 times, so they're very economical, just 30 cents a day.
Oh, So much good information, and we all need to know it right now. Dr. Clifton, thank you so much for joining us on Sonoran Living. And let me give our viewers at home some more information. Boomer Naturals, they have a special offer for you if you'd like to purchase some of their masks. You just need to use promo code KNXV20 and you'll get 20% off. Here's their website, boomernaturals.com.